Have you ever wondered, how does a website decide whether to show you a login button or a logout button? How does JavaScript decide if you're allowed to access a page, get a discount, or see premium content? All of that decision-making happens using logical operators. In this episode, you'll learn how JavaScript actually thinks. In the last episode, we learned how JavaScript compares values using comparison operators. Now we'll combine those comparisons using logical operators, and this is where real application logic begins. Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions. They always work with Boolean values, true or false, and return a Boolean result. JavaScript has 4 logical operators, and, or, not, and Nullish Coalescing operator. The AND operator is written like this. It returns true only if all conditions are true. This symbol is used for OR operator. It returns true if any one condition is true. The NOT operator simply reverses a Boolean value. True becomes false, and false becomes true. The last one, Nullish Coalescing operator, returns the right operand if the left operand is null or undefined. Otherwise, it returns the left operand. This is useful for setting defaults while allowing values like 0 or empty string. Now, let's see each one in action. First is the AND operator. The AND operator returns true only when all conditions are true. If even one condition is false, the entire expression becomes false. A real-world analogy can be, you need your ATM card and the correct PIN to withdraw money from your bank account. The second is the OR operator. It returns true if at least one condition is true. OR is used when any one option is enough. A real-world analogy could be, you get free delivery if you have a coupon or a membership. The NOT operator simply reverses a Boolean value. This is very common in conditions like, if the user is not logged in, show the login button. Now, before going to the last operator, let's understand an important concept in JavaScript that you are going to use daily, Truthy and falsy values. JavaScript doesn't always require true or false. Some values are automatically treated as false. Here is a list of all the possible falsy values in JavaScript. Everything else is considered truthy, including empty arrays, empty objects, non-zero numbers, and strings with any content. You can explicitly check if a value is falsy using the built-in Boolean function. Now here's a problem. Developers often use the OR operator to set default values. But this creates a bug. Consider this example. Here, the final score should be 0, but it's 100. The reason lies in my next statement, so pay attention to it. In OR evaluation, if an operand is falsy, it continues to the next operand. If all operands are falsy, it returns the original value of the last operand. But in this example, 0 is a valid score. JavaScript treats 0 as falsy, so it incorrectly replaces it with the last operand that is 100. To solve this exact problem, JavaScript introduced the Nullish Coalescing operator, written with double question mark. The Nullish Coalescing operator returns the right value only if the left value is null or undefined. Not if it's 0. Not if it's an empty string. Not if it's false. To fix the previous example, we can replace the OR operator like this and get the correct output as 0. However, if the score is in fact invalid like null or undefined, we would get 100 in final score variable. Here's a simple rule you can remember. Use OR when any falsy value should trigger a default. Use Nullish Coalescing when only missing values should trigger a default. This rule alone will save you from many bugs. Today, you learned how JavaScript thinks using logical operators. And, or, not, and how Nullish Coalescing operator helps you handle missing values correctly. In the next episode, we'll finally bring all of this together using if, else, and switch statements. That's where JavaScript truly starts behaving like a real program. See you in episode 7.